Yes, my people, we're back, man. Listen, guys, I'm making a return to the UK for like 10 days, so I'm going to bang out a number of these pods. You get me? My boy Sharif, you get me? In the cut, you know he's in the cut. So, obviously, look, I saw something online, and I saw something on Shayborough like a couple months ago when one of the Love Island was it contestants? One of the Love Island contestants, Whitney, how much racism and abuse that she shared, and obviously she's now doing a podcast with her sister. So obviously I saw a little clip online again. So I thought, let me look up the podcast. And today I just want to talk about racism. Like what is racism? You can tell, man. What do you think racism is? What does racism look like in 2025? It's only black people that receives racism. What is it? Like,
well, racism spans across a broad spectrum, like in regards to racism. The typical racism that we know is as a black person, as most black people, we have experienced racism in some shape, form or another, whether it's from a white person, it could be from an Asian person, it could be from anyone. Mm-hmm. But one of the questions that you mentioned is, can black people be racist? I feel like if we look at racism as a whole, black people are always looked at as the bottom of the barrel. Even though we push culture, we push things forward, we're always looked at the bottom of the barrel. Mm-hmm. However, that has also made us look at other people in a certain type of way. Okay. So I feel like...
Elaborate.
So because we've received racism and because we've been put down and been told this, you're always gonna look at some other races may be different, or you're gonna stereotypically think, oh, they're most probably racist.
Okay.
So sometimes you can think that as a black person, mm-hmm. and I feel like we sometimes use those stereotypes against other races. So, for example, we say that's not really racism, but we use those stereotypes to feel, oh, this person's nasty, these type of people are nasty because they don't wash their chicken, or they don't wash their skin with a flannel or with a sponge. They are nasty. We use a lot of those stereotypes like against people.
Okay, so when you just call a spade, like he's touching on
no,
like, so
I'm not,
this person.
I'm not.
So are you saying who's this person?
No, we said that about white people.
Okay, so
we say white people are nasty, because they don't wash their chicken.
And that's a stereotype.
That's a stereotype, because some white people do wash their chicken, right? We say white people are nasty because they don't shower every day, or they don't use a sponge or a flannel or something to clean their skin. Yeah. So we use that, but then obviously we take it also like further and with that. And
do you think that we go online and like we troll, like black people go online and troll? Because for me, it's like, okay, cool, racism, boom, 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 boom. We go through it, but do we set good examples for each other? Like, do we, as a black community, there's around 3% black people in the UK.
Yeah.
Do you think we set a good example for ourselves to show some unity? Then it's like we've got some form of unity, bro.
No, not
because, bro, I'm online, bro, and I feel the hate, fam. And I'm not saying it's from all black people. You get me?
Yeah, no, 100%.
I'm not saying it, but what it is, because, and I feel the love from black people, but I feel the hate, bro. I feel the hate, bro. And I'm not saying, oh yeah, boom, but it's. I had to leave my culture to go into the TikTok world, into the white culture, and to get love from the white culture, the Asian culture, and then come back.
Alright, cool. So do you think it's this then? When you're somebody who's winning, so we'll go back to like someone who's doing well or someone's winning, people are going to be on your side. But as soon as you do something wrong, i.e. when Saka and the boys missed penalties at the Euros a few years back, people, when Saka was doing great and he was winning, everyone was like, Saka.
Yeah.
When he missed, all the racism come out.
Yeah, no.
So it's just like sometimes people could be undertones of racist, or they could be racist like behind closed doors.
Of course. But do you think that the lack of education Or do
It's
you
a mixture
think,
of
or
things.
do you think it's like they know their
Look,
stuff,
alright, cool, look at it like
and
this.
they know there's an overall thing from
You have to look at it like
slavery?
this, yes.
One sec, they know the overall thing from slavery, but they ain't done really too much research on what's going on. But they know that black people used to be slaves, so it's like,
Yeah.
you're a slave.
No, listen, I feel like racism, you're not born racist, it's taught. It's ultimately taught. No one can be born racist. So whether someone's racist behind closed doors or they're secretly racist, whatever, this is stuff that they have heard and they have felt or gone through. If you look at a lot of people, we'll use white people as an example. A lot of white people's, whether it's their granddad or their great granddad or someone in their family, most probably were racist at some point. And they've most probably heard stuff like that, and those things that they've heard have echoed things within them, and they still think that's what people are like, black people are like, or Asians are like.
Yeah.
You know, there's like Asians stink. Not all Asian people stink. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
And it might be something small, but it's still a form of racism.
Okay, we've got also we've got the gypsy community. They receive a lot of racism.
Yeah, they saw. Right.
The gypsy community receive a lot of racism,
but,
like as a whole.
But I feel like with the gypsy thing, we have to differentiate between racism and being prejudiced. Racism, the technical term for racism is a color of a person's skin. You dislike someone from the color of their skin.
Okay.
So there's a lot of prejudice towards the gypsy community, 100%.
Yeah.
Traveller community, there's a lot of prejudice towards them. They get it because they're looked at as lower class people because of how they live, which is not the case. And I've got a good few gypsy friends, lovely people, great lads. So it just depends, innit? I just feel like
that thing where there was a flag. I think Michael Conlon or one of them put it, and it was like, I think there was like no blacks, no
dogs, no Irish,
no dogs, no Irish.
Yeah. So that was before. That was in England. Before I don't know exactly when that cut off, but into pubs and certain establishments. That's what they had as a sign on their door.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what they had as a sign on their door.
This is my thing on, like, because it's like I feel like 2025. There's racism.
100%.
There's crazy racism. You get me? And but everyone's racist, bro.
Yeah.
We've gone through it, bro. We went through it. But okay, cool. When black people do well, why do we tear each other down, or we wait for us to do well and then
tear each other down?
But that's what happens. It's not, guys. I'm not telling you something that's a fairy tale, bro. I'm telling you what it is. Like, get me? You see, man, here, nice crib, boom. People will see this on the back of it and they just won't like, man. Just on the back of it. On the back of it, they just won't like, man.
Do you know what it is? I feel like it's carried down trauma, and it sounds crazy, right?
No.
But it's like people will have trauma that's gone on from whenever, whether it's like slavery time, and they project, and it's the trauma that's gone on, whether it's like throughout history, throughout people's lives, and it's just like they're pushing it out there. We've been taught that black people are not like anything special, or when they do get somewhere, they only can get through to high accolades through music, through sport. Otherwise, they're not good enough for anything.
Yeah.
So do you know what I mean? So I feel like sometimes we do project.
When obviously, I only speak on my experience, and my experience. What's my experience? Bounce like, bro. I done a post yesterday, and I was like, it was man's birthday a couple of days ago. I actually, for once, felt mad loved. I was like, bro, like actually, the message. Wait. The message that I received, bro. Like literally thousands of messages from people I wouldn't even think of. Boom. Then I started realizing, bro, like actually man is actually loved. Like, but on the internet, it's portrayed that man is actually one of the most hated. But man's not. What it is they've put a narrative, and it's cool to be that. Like, let's see what my man's saying. Let's add to what everyone else is saying. Because if the first 20 comments started saying something positive, the rest of the comments would say positive, just 1 and 2 negative comments. You get me? So in my head, I'm like, bro, it took me back. Like, bro, I actually felt loved, bro.
But you know, there's real people who really do a lot of the trolling. People don't put their face to it. It's all fake accounts. So these are people that might even show you love in person, but they're out there on a fake account abusing you just because that's what they're like. So, but look, racism, it spans across all boards. Some more heavy than others, but I feel like everyone has racist, like not everyone's racist, but the people do use those stereotypes against other races.
So why does let me ask you a question then. Why does a lot of black women get triggered when a lot of black men marry or date outside their race? I'm asking you.
Do you know what?
You get me? Why do a lot of black people get triggered when that happens? And then when it's the opposite, it's like, oh, so cute.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Why is that?
No, do you know what it is? There's a difference. You know, there's a difference. This is the difference. I feel like as a black man, if you're out here like degrading black women, that's where the women
I'm not answering that question.
No, but I'm telling you. So that's where black women might get offended from. But if whoever you like, innit? You can't choose who your heart chooses. Bro.
I didn't ask that question. I asked you another question. Like see him. He's trying to tread on don't want to get me.
No, but so what? Go on, repeat your question then.
Why
do black women get triggered when I cannot tell you because I'm not a black woman? But this is why I think it is. Yes. I feel like they just feel that as a black man doesn't show them love and they come from a black woman, they just feel like, oh, we don't like our mums or.
Why does black men say that black women are mad aggressive? That is narrative as well within the community. Yeah. These times, black women are there to even stand up and fight for black men, and black men don't really fight for black women. Yeah. But why does black men on boom?
I think, do you know what it is? We start going into another realm. Yeah, we grow. No, we start going to another realm.
This is race,
but I feel like.
Let us know in the comments,
guys. Some black men, they just want peace, innit? And you know, black women from where we come from, they don't take no chat. They're on badness. They're ready to bad you up, scream in your face, tell you about your BC, everything. So black men don't like that. They don't like that. They rather an easy life. They rather a soft life for a woman. And stereotypically, white women are less aggressive towards their black counterparts.
Is that fact?
Stereotypically.
Clip that.
Stereotypically. Look, I ain't trying to set me up. Stereotypically.
Listen, I'm gonna flip my screen to get me. We're gonna get straight into the show some what we've seen online. You get me? This is wild.
I hope you die, you dumb. You deserve to be killed, dumb. I hope your mom and your future kids get burned, you stupid little girl. I hate monkeys like you. You're a disgusting monkey. Why would anyone like you? I hope you die a horrible death with your gorilla-looking sister. Bitch, you. How dare they talk about this? Is crazy.
That is crazy. I don't even think how people even allowed to say something like that.
Nah, that's mad. And they're both two beautiful women. But yeah, like I said, sometimes people just want reactions, and some people, that's just how they feel, bro. They're just uneducated and stupid and ignorant. Like, that's just my opinion.
I'm gonna go to it now.
Leave that man, ho. So guys, we're gonna read out our worst comments on the DMs currently right now. And this is crazy considering, I mean, we thought the UK was nice. I hope you die, you dumb. You deserve to be killed, dumb. I hope your mom and your future kids get burned, you stupid little girl. I hate monkeys like you. Black people like you are stupid monkeys and should be back to slavery. Oh, and should go back to slavery. Black people like you are monkeys. Disgusting monkey. I hope you die and get brutally raped. Oh my God forbid.
Nah, this is
Black people should have never come out of slavery. You're a disgusting monkey. Why would anyone like you? I hope you die a horrible death with your gorilla-looking sister. Bitch, you. How dare they talk about this? Is crazy. You and your mum deserve to be skinned like back in slavery. You need to go back to the zoo, you dumb monkey. I'll happily read this one out. I hope Lachlan cheats on you, stupid monkey, and I hope he lynches you as well. Oh
Yeah.
I know.
Do you know what? It's not even.
That's
It's not
crazy,
even.
though.
It's not even just starting to even laugh. Obviously, it's them, so they're trying to see the funny side of it. But bro, it's
Imagine
like,
getting that and what
and-
that doing to your mental. That's crazy.
It's nah.
That is hate now. You know, like I was talking about the controls and that. That's
No, that's
crazy.
hate, yeah.
That's madness, bro.
Like I said,
That's not
a
acceptable.
lot of people are going to do that from fake accounts. They're never going to do that from their real.
But that's
account.
not. Do you know what it is? They're actually in the mainstream world. They're in mainstream, bro. That's madness, bro. Because the same man that's probably writing that is the same man that people support Arsenal and when when
Yeah,
when
with
Saka,
Saka, yeah,
when
100%.
when Saka scores, you black yeah. Pussy.
It's sad.
Gunshot. Sorry, guys, but that is a joke.
Yeah, I just.
But
yeah.
but we always go through. It's always hard for us, bro. It's hard for us outside of our race, and it's hard for us inside of our race.
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
And
bro.
I think as well, as black people in general, we kind of lack unity. But I think that's another calamity from slavery. That's an offset effect of slavery. Why we can't support each other. Like we can't really support each other because of how like slavery's indoctored our mind. Like it's made us think certain things. You know, you'll have this is another thing we do. You will have somebody who can be two people who are both qualified in the same field. But as a black person, you might think, actually, let me go with the white guy because the white guy's gonna get me through. He's gonna he's the one. Black people, I don't know, can I trust him? And you, as black people, that's how we think, bro. That's how we think of our own people.
That's how we think. You're
See
right.
what I'm saying? So that's
You're
how we
right,
think
bro.
of our own people. So
You're right.
it's messed up on both sides.
Yeah.
But what's the solution?
This is what's going on in the music scene as well, though. The music scene is like man would rather sign to what looks more like corporate and safe than to sign to what looks like home. You get me? So, yeah. Let me flip the screen. Right, bro.
Oh my god! No, what was that? You picked the right column. This is just crazy. Why do you gorillas think you're funny and cute? Used to be our slaves. People like you, people like you blacks need slavery again. You deserve to be killed like George. And guys, that is D Barker 844 EE Tech Leader Darren. You know what? And just zoom into that, Luke. That was what Darren sent to our question and responses in regards to dilemmas. He literally clouded it where we couldn't even find yours. He wants us to be lynched and killed. Black lives do matter, but to some it doesn't. Darren, honestly, freedom.
That's dark, though.
That's crazy.
I can't lie. I ain't really experienced that mad. Like I haven't experienced.
But
that
I don't think they would. Yeah. Okay, fair
haven't.
enough. Yeah. I don't. Maybe
Like I
not.
had to go about trolls and then I'm like, oh, boom. But that is a different level.
But I
of
feel
trolling.
like and sometimes what's sad is they use the black women as easy targets.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, as I don't know. Then it's a question: as black men, should we be doing more?
What? Yeah.
Like in regards
Black
to like
men-
always
look, black men-
speaking up for black women,
But that's
like
always
empowering
been a thing.
black
Bro,
women.
Go look on the blog pages. It's always black men against black women against black men. It's always that, bro.
There's definitely a disconnect.
Yeah, but
Not all
but
the time,
What I will say
but-
is black women, they got more flipping heart, bro, than a lot of black men, bro. Because they will fight the war, bro. Like before you touch my little brother or before
Yeah.
You get me, my bro.
Yeah.
So it's like trolls. You can't really stick up for trolls. What are you gonna do? Act on that? Can't. You get me? In real life, I think black men, like if it gets to that, we're not cowards, bro. We get me? We're thumping up the gorilla. You get me? We're thumping up. You get me? Trust me. We're thumping up the gorilla. You get me? So there's no. You get me? I'm sick or tired and want you lot to know we'll thump up a gorilla, rude boy. So anyway, man, we're gonna wrap it up, man. You guys let me know in the comments what you actually think. This is just a conversation. We apologize if anyone is offended because we know that a lot of content in the UK is kind of everyone looks at, they try to pick the mad negatives from it than to come from, man. But listen, this is a conversation. I discuss topics and say things that people always think but they don't want to say. You get me? So yeah, man, conversation, and And yeah, man, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, man. Peace.